Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Listen, the Kandi Birds and Wanya Morris debacle, scandal, or whatever you want to call it, the read, the shade, well guess what? Dallas Austin said that they were horrible as well. So, did Wanya give the read and the shade to him last year? Nope. But listen, take a listen to what he had to say. Dallas Austin, that is.
On the second Boyz II Men album, you only produced one song. Was there a reason why you didn't continue to stick with them after having so much success on the first one?
Yeah, it was actually. I didn't like them after that. You know, when you come from that, when you're a producer, you stay in the studio and you don't really go out into the hype, and nobody blows your head up, and you don't come back later on, like, you know. So by the time we were working on the second album, I remember us sitting in the studio and they were going, man, you know, I can't finish counting the diamonds in my Rolex right now. And I was sitting there looking, going, what are they talking about? And then the award show comes on and they go, oh, we got to let somebody win this year. Good thing we're not there. And I'm like, these guys are assholes, you know? And so I'm in the studio working on them, and then they say, well, Gerald Busby calls me and he says, well, the guys want to know if they can produce this album with you. I said, no way, not interested. They didn't do the first one with me, why should they do this one with me? You know, like, won't they just work on some other people's stuff? But I think for their project, they should always have the best people working on it. So he said, well, the guys really want to produce. I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll do a song or two with them, and Tim and Bob, my producers, can do the rest with them. If they want to produce with somebody, let them produce with Tim and Bob. You know, and so Gerald Busby was like, okay, anything to get you back on this, because you got to repeat this project. You can't not be a part of the project. You know, because when you're in a project, you don't just produce it and write it. Also, you know, you're giving your opinions and everything else to help it come together. And so that's how we ended up doing it. I did Thank You. I did some of Vibing with them. And even by the time we got through with Thank You, I was like ready to shoot everybody. It was just ridiculous how drastic of an ego change it was. And I was so happy to get out of the studio. And then check this out. So then, during the same sessions, Babyface comes, right? And Joe Busby says, hey, Babyface is coming to the studio today. He wants to sing you guys another song. You know, why we got to work with Babyface? Well, why? Because you just had a big hit with End of the Road. So Face comes to the studio. He opens the laptop up. All of us are sitting around, and he starts singing I'll Make Love to You. He sings the whole song, right? He has the instrumental, but he's singing the whole song to us, right? After they finish, they go, Boyz II Men looks at him and goes, see, that's what we talking about. That's what we do. We don't need you. This is horrible. I'm like, uh-oh. So then Gerald Busby calls me back. He said, Dallas, how did it go with Babyface? I said, they just told him they don't need him, that they write the same kind of songs, and that song is horrible. He says, what? Put me on the speakerphone. Guys, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, do the song, roll your sleeves up, go to work right now, click. And that song ended up being bigger than End of the Road. You know, so they just got to that point where they were smelling itself so much that I from that point, I was just like, I can't believe they turned into this, really. And it became really kind of disrespectful to people and just not nice. And I don't want to tolerate it. So yeah, it shows, because after that, I did that record, and they were trying to get me to do the next one, and I was like, no.
Now this interview was last year. Now, did Wanya give Dallas Austin that same energy he gave Kandi? Because Dallas Austin said that they were horrible as well. Inquiring minds want to know, do you?